The last step is to check and see if it matches the diagram. Here we have the physical database diagram that was created for Student University, and so we're going to now compare here. Let's go ahead and refresh to make sure we have everything here that we need. And we go into Databases and click Expand Student U, and this top folder is Database Diagrams. You want to right click on here and create a new database diagram. Now, sometimes it will say that it needs to have some objects that you don't have. If it asks you that question, be sure and say yes. So I'm going to click on New Database Diagram, and here it's going to come up and have the list of tables. If it doesn't have all the tables you expect, click Refresh. It may just be an older version. So I add that one, it goes off of the list. I add location, it goes off of the list. And I just add them one at a time. And when it's all done, I'm going to click Close. And it will build this diagram for me. And it shows each of the tables, all of their column names, what the primary keys are, and what the connections are between primary keys and foreign keys. So let's go ahead and compare this. Notice it won't look exactly like our diagram, but let's go ahead and compare it with our diagram. So here we can compare the user tables. The name has changed, so we avoided that keyword. But we look through the column names, and sure enough, they're all there, except for the computed ones, and we've already made a note that we're not going to use that. Phone number has both phone number and user ID as the primary keys. Registration is there and looks like the two primary keys in the grade. Section, we look through it and it has all of the properties we expect. Course, course number, department, title, description, credits, and course ID is the primary key. And then prerequisite and location. And there we have all the tables. Look for connections. So here we have a connection between course and course, two of them, and that's what we have here. For section is connected to four things. It's connected to location, registration, course, and user. So section, location, course, user, and registration. So that matches. Registration is related to user and section, and here we see that. Registration related to user and section. Phone number related to user. We've got that connection. And course is related to prerequisites and section. And so there's all the connections, and we verified that what's showing up in the database matches our design. And this can be saved. We simply need to go into Management Studio. The way that I'm going to do this is to print it. So I'm going to do File, Print, and then I'm going to choose to print it as a PDF. And that way I can print direct as a PDF and save that so you have a copy of that to turn in. So besides the database diagram, you'll turn in all the commands. And so if you've made a copy of each command as you went, they'll be here in order, and you'll want to go through and make sure that it works. And the way to do that is to take a copy of the whole thing, like everything on there, and put it in a new query. You can paste the whole thing so that it's all there, and then go ahead and execute it. Notice this will take a little while. If it says it executed correctly, refresh, and then check out the database and see if it's all there. Check out the tables, check out the constraints, make sure everything you expected to be there shows up. Then you'll know it's working.